Hi friends, in this tutorial we'll see a file download example using Spring Boot. For this I'm going to take reference of my website javanews.com. So go to Spring Boot section. The example that we are going to see is Spring Boot file download example. I'll be sharing this URL along with the YouTube video. In this example we'll be creating a Spring Boot web application and we'll be seeing what are the various options available to show the file to be downloaded. Whether the file, how the file it can be shown in the browser itself, or do you want to download it as an attachment. So what all are the various options we'll see. For this Spring Boot file download example, we'll be defining a controller. The controller, the return type is void. Even though we are going to download a file, but still we will be keeping the return type as void. Instead we'll be having a HTTP servlet response as an argument to the method. So this HTTP servlet response, it tells the browser that we are going to return a file instead of the normal HTML response that the browsers expect. In the HTTP response header, we have the property content disposition. So this tells the browser whether the file to be downloaded is to be displayed inline or whether it is to be just downloaded as an attachment. So you'll get a save as option. So this can be defined using the content disposition. We also have the MIME type of the file. So MIME it stands for multipurpose internet mail extension. So only if the MIME type of a file is known to the browser, only then it can be shown inline. Else it will be downloaded as an attachment with the save as box. We'll see all these use cases when we are implementing the example. Finally, we'll be copying the bytes to the response output stream from the input stream, that is the file that we want to download. So we'll be copying it to the response output stream. So let's begin with the implementation part. This is the Maven project that we are going to implement. Go to Eclipse and create a new Maven project. Create a simple project. We'll just write it as boot download. Next we'll be adding the Maven dependencies. So since we are creating a simple Spring Boot web project, the only dependency that we'll be needing is the Spring Boot starter web dependency. So copy this. Next we'll be creating the Spring Boot Bootstrap class with the annotation Spring Boot application. So let's create this. Finally, we'll be defining the controller which will be having all our logic. So since this is a controller, we have the annotation REST controller here. This is the path from where it will be downloading the file currently. So in the C drive, I have created a file download example. We'll see what all is in this folder structure. So as told previously, we'll be defining a controller method with the return type as void. The request mapping for this is /file/file name. So here itself in the request mapping we'll be specifying what file we want to download along with the extension of the file. Also this method, it has the HTTP servlet response as one of the parameters. So even though the request return type is void, what we'll be doing is we'll be putting a response in this HTTP servlet response and the browser will automatically download this file then. Next what we do is using the file name and the external file path, we create a new file. Now if this file name it exists in this external file path, we'll have this file exists as true. If it is true, then we get the MIME type of the file that we want to download. If it is a known MIME type, that is for example it is a JPEG or it is a PDF, then this MIME type it will not be null. And the browser will know what to do with that kind of a file. But suppose if it is a MIME type which is a null, then it means that the browser does not know the MIME type, that is it is actually which type of a file. For example, if suppose it is some proprietary file like suppose test.abc, then obviously the browser will not know whether it is a PDF or it is what type of a file. So in that case we get the MIME type as null, and in that case we set the MIME type as application/octet stream. So what this will do is that it will whenever we try to download this file, it will give us a save as option instead of displaying the content in line. Now suppose if we get the MIME type as some known type, suppose PDF, then the PDF also will be having two options, whether to show it inline in the browser or whether to give the user the option to download it as an attachment and then later on he can view it. So this is defined using the content disposition. So in the content disposition, which is a response header, if we set this property as inline, then what it will do is then it will display the content in the browser itself. If we want to show this as an attachment, then I have commented this out currently. We'll have to put it as attachment, so that we'll again get a save as box for showing the content. Next, in the servlet response, we specify the content length. So this will be the file length of the file to be downloaded. So this gives the size of the file that is to be downloaded. So the browser can then notify the user what is the size of the file that is to be downloaded. Also other parameters like during download how much file has been downloaded, how much is remaining, and how much time it will take to download the file. So by setting this content length, the user can come to know about all these things. Next, using the input stream, we read the content of the file which we want to download, and then using file copy utils, we copy this input stream to the HTTP servlet response that we had passed in the method. So as previously told, browser will then download whatever is there that we have passed to this response.getOutput stream. So let's create this controller. So let's create this class. So let's run this application. First let us see the C file download example folder that I'm having currently. So here there are three files: boot.jpg, soa.abc and soa.pdf. So let's run the application and see how the browser behaves while downloading these three applications. Our application has started successfully. So first we'll be seeing how .pdf behaves. So here we can see that it is showing the PDF inline. Next, if we want to show this PDF as an attachment, so for this what we'll have to do is, as told previously, the content disposition, we'll have to give it as an attachment. So let us do that. Comment this inline. So we'll start the application again. Now let us try getting this PDF. Yes, so we are seeing it as an attachment. It is the browser is giving. Now suppose if we have it as inline only, but the MIME type we don't know. For example, we try to download soa.abc that we have in the file directory. That is, we try to download this .abc, and the browser will then not know what type of file it is. The MIME type, it will be null. So for this also it should give an attachment even though we have it inline here. So the PDF, it will be inline currently. Yes, but if we give here ABC, yeah, it is giving us as an attachment. Hope you have understood this tutorial. Also, similar to the .pdf, you can give here other extensions also. For example, in that folder I'm also having a boot.jpg. So yeah, it displays the image also inline. Hope you have understood this tutorial. The source code for this, it can be downloaded from here. Thank you.